Hi class, Beth Nelson here, and I'm really excited because I am not in Fargo, North Dakota. I'm actually in Mesa, Arizona, and so the weather's great. I'm sitting outside at a Starbucks, and you might hear some background noise, but hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving. And this book with the Sacred Pathways just came at a very meaningful time. I've been talking with my mentor, and one of the things that has really stopped me from growing spiritually is the whole idea that one size fits all. I'm a very outgoing, vibrant, excited, enthusiastic person. I'm very extroverted as we get into the Myers-Briggs. Familiar with that, I'm an ENFP, and so very creative, and I do have a sense of order in me somewhere, and I do stay relatively organized. But all that to say that connecting with God, I've always seen that as something where you do have to sit like in a room in the dark by yourself, prayer time, solitude, quiet, devotional time. It happens every day at the same time. Partly because I became a Christian later on in my life, and so the way that I've learned how to connect with God is through the people around me. And I guess my husband, being an introvert, he really loves to spend his devotional time with God in the mornings, and so he does that, and that works for him, and he does it at the same time every morning, and he does the same thing, and he sits in quiet, he reads his Bible, and he does that. And it really helps him, and he stays connected to God. Our senior pastor is the same way. He's introverted, and so quiet time, alone time, solitude time, all of that is right up his alley. And I've got other friends too that, as I recognize how they grow with God, like that is all right up their alley, and for me it isn't. And so this book was a breath of fresh air. As I got reading, honestly though, I got a little nervous when I was reading through the 7 different pathways. I believe there's 7. But anyway, as I was getting towards the end, I'm like, oh crap, none of these are for me, until I got to enthusiastic. That one really stood out to me, that I'm creative in the way I worship God and connect with God. The other words that stuck out to me, give me a second here. Celebration, like during worship music, I want to sing and dance. I'm an awful singer, but I love to sing. Want to sing and dance, clap my hands, raise my hands. I'm very expressive, and I love that. And I feel so close to God. Not only do I love that, but I feel so close to God when I am worshiping in that way and able to do that naturally. And the sentence that said, if their hearts aren't moved, if they don't experience God's power, something is missing. They don't want to simply know concepts, but to experience them, to feel them, and to be moved by them. That's me in a nutshell. My heart needs to be moved, and that builds a lot of passion in my life. And so when that happens, those are the times when I look back that I've been most connected to God. And so one thing that's really important to me from this reading that I need to do more often is that I really need to make sure that I'm putting Christian concerts in my regular calendar and schedule, because that's somewhere where I connect with God in just a real way. And sometimes life gets busy, and so it feels like one more thing to do, but actually that would really fill my bucket. So I need to make sure that I'm doing that. Have you ever found yourself comparing? Yep, I talked about that. Honestly, I didn't even understand how bad that was, comparing myself to others, until my mentor and I sat down the other week and started talking about what is stopping me from connecting with God. And the whole idea that it has to be a routine has totally stopped me. I hate routines. I get really frustrated with structure in that way. And my mentor just told me, hey, when you're out with a walk for your family, why don't you just say out of the blue, like, I'm going to take another lap around the block and connect with God. If you're out on vacation, like we're in Arizona right now, she said, just say, I'm going to go for a hike, and make it a spontaneous thing. Now, don't forget to do it. Don't not do it, but find times creatively and spontaneously to connect with God, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I think I've answered all the questions to wrap this up, it has been so helpful. Like, this is at such a timely spot in my walk with God, and very helpful in learning how I personally connect with God. So hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving, and I'm sure we'll connect soon. So look forward to hearing all your posts and how you're all connected to God, and find out your pathways as well. So happy Thanksgiving.